This video is going to make a lot of people annoyed and probably angry. So if you play D&D or know somebody who does like to play D&D, they're annoyed. You could probably know why. If you don't know, I'm going to try to explain it to you. So pick your favorite hobby, like the hobby you always go to, the hobby you know you can make friends with. All right. Say you decide to share more your hobby. All right, you decide to do little projects at the side of the hobby, like making little videos, teaching people, hey, here's how to do A, B, and C in a fun way of your hobby. Okay, let's say Magic the Gathering. All right, that's a pretty popular card game. All right, here's how to make a good deck. Here's how to make a bad deck. Here's what's good for this color. Here's what's bad for that color. So on and so forth. Right? Okay, good. Or football, or that hobby right there. Okay? Now, say your little projects that you're trying to help people get more into your hobby, get big. All right? And they help out a lot of people, and you're happy. You know, your hobby's growing, you're making more friends, you're helping other people's lives go through some hard stuff, right? And then somebody knocks at your door. It's not the guy who you think it is. It's not the super fan. It's not your significant other. It's the owner of that hobby. And then he says to you, hey, you know what? You caught our attention. Good job. Good job on making all these videos and other projects you've been doing. We've been hearing good things about your work in the hobby. There's a problem, though. You're making a lot of money on our stuff. Talking about our things. We kind of want that money. And you got two choices. You got one choice, you can work with us. You know, we pay pretty good. You know, we help create your hobby, okay? So, oh, wait, you don't want to work for us. You want to work for something else. You must have a good lawyer. Oh, you're wondering why I'm bringing up the lawyer. Well, you see, because you're making money off our product, and you're selling it better than we are, get ready for a $65,000 lawsuit then. Oh, you're an average Joe. You're just an average Joe making average videos. You don't got enough money or time to actually lawyer up about that job offer of working with us. You still don't want to work with us. That little example is what a lot of D&D players right now are terrified of happening to their hobby. Now, there are a million reasons why people play D&D, okay? But there's this policy update that was leaked around this week by the time this video uploads. And for those of you who don't play D&D, you're probably looking at this video like, I don't play D&D. Why should I bother? You know, I play this game system, or I don't even play tabletop. I play football. I do this. I do that. Okay. The main reason the community is being loud right now is because that little access of the hobby videos and the projects to kind of help people bring into the hobby to understand it better, those will be gone. But what about the big guys, the big channels that have made a killing off that? They'll be fine. Yeah, they probably will be fine. I mean, maybe Critical Role has enough clout and have enough lawyer fees to kind of look at Hasbro and be like, okay, hold on a minute, buddy. We're keeping our stuff. We're keeping our stuff because my lawyer's better than yours, you know? They might have enough money for that. They may have enough time and clout for that. True. But not your average Joe. Not the guy that works two food jobs just to make ends meet. And he jumps into that hobby that he loves to de-stress, because 2 food jobs at the same time. Alright? So, whether you like to play D&D, or you don't, but a buddy of yours wants to play D&D and you want to help out, or you don't play D&D at all and you're like, why should I matter about this? Well, for some of you who are some old viewers of this channel, something like this happened to 40k. Specifically Warhammer 40k. And it was a shit show. There are these great fan products that people made out of their spare time, and they put their heart and soul into it. And the 40k community saw some of those products and ate it up and were like, oh yes, please, help this creator out. And then somebody knocked on that creator's door. And that whole little conversation about lowering up, yeah. The poor guy who made Astartes, that's what happened to him. And he seems to have disappeared off the internet. Or if he has appeared since then, it's always through somebody that knows him. And, bro, if you're watching this, seriously, your Astartes project was amazing and the best thing to happen to 40k. I hope your projects get better. And I hope you keep on having a better life right now. But that is what could happen to D&D. That is what, and if that happens to 40k and D&D, what's going to stop that same company going to Magic the Gathering? You see, the Magic the Gathering buddy watching this video next to you is probably cussing because he's either saying I'm right or he's yelling at me right now about how wrong I would be. But with how loud he's getting right now next to you should tell you how scared he is, even if you don't play Magic the Gathering. The only reason why I bring up Magic the Gathering is Hasbro, guess who owns what? Dungeons & Dragons and Magic the Gathering. 2 very niche-ish hobbies with a lot of people and a lot of love and a lot of passion for. And the D&D community, everything's on fire. They don't know what to do. Because most D&D players aren't high A-list voice actors that like to play D&D, or movie actors that like to play D&D. They're the people you hang out with. They're your coworkers. They're your average man. And D&D has been around long enough to where parents that used to play D&D, if they had a good experience, they look at their kids like, hey, here's my old character. Or here are some of my old books I grew up on, Junior. They might help you with this hobby, or something like that. It's a generational hobby. And the same thing probably happens with Magic the Gathering, too. Alright? And those aren't just the 2 hobbies that are generational. Look at the Star Trek community. Look at sports community. Alright? You know a hobby that is that generational. Alright? And if Hasbro gets away from doing this, all those other hobbies see Hasbro getting away from doing this, and like, yo, that could get me some more money. And corporations love money. They love it more than a drug dealer does. They love it more than an addict. As a matter of fact, it is their addiction. Okay? So, I presented the problem. What are my solutions? This is where I'm going to make some more people mad. Alright? So, the first solution that comes to mind is boycotting. That's going to be rough. Because the 5e edition is pretty good. It's not the best. It has problems, yes. But it's definitely not the worst. Okay? And 5th edition is probably the most popular edition D&D has ever had. Half because of Critical Role, half because of how the system is and how well the marketing has been going. Alright? That's why it's going to be hard to stop buying 5e books. That's the big moneymaker. The books. Now, You want to play D&D. You want to get more books. Okay? But you don't want to give Hasbro, who owns Wizard of the Coast, who owns D&D, more money. What could you do? Hunt down older books. What's cool about older editions is with how long they lasted, shows how many books there are about them. For example, 3.5. It's a really great system, arguably one of the turning points in D&D's history in terms of mechanics. It kind of birthed what people call Pathfinder today. All right? Do that. Okay, maybe you think boycotting is a little bit too weak. You want to do something more. Okay, perfect. Handwrite letters. Don't email, handwrite letters. I don't got the address to the main Wizards of the Coast, main Hasbro. I'm specifically saying Hasbro here because a move this big, this far-reaching, wouldn't come from Wizard of the Coast, to my knowledge. I mean, if it did come from Wizard of the Coast, that just also tells you where to send your mail to. But when you write your letters, all right, like handwrite your letters, go cursive, go Arabic, as long as it's readable and it's actually physical. I mean, emails hit everybody's phone by the millions and thousands every day. Okay, everybody bats an eye, but an actual piece of paper, an actual hard piece of paper, that's going to get attention. That's going to come up space. And yes, the poor low-rank worker, he's probably going to have to shift through that. But you write your letters, you got to be really precise about this. You got to write them to the big boss. Not the guys on the ground floor following orders and doing stuff. No, the big wigs, the big top hats. All right? That's who you send your letters to. Okay, but maybe that's a little bit too weak. Maybe that's not your speed. You want to do something more aggressive, but still legal. Okay? Well, if you are a multi-millionaire, buy D&D. I mean, say what you want about Elon Musk, but he saw a problem with Twitter. He railed against the problems Twitter had, and his best solution was to buy it. Now I'm not saying Elon Musk please buy D&D, but money is power, and corporations listen to money more than mouths, more than videos, sometimes letters, depending on how big the stack and pile is of letters. But yeah, or Critical Role. Anybody from the Critical Role cast or the big D&D streamer cast that are somehow watching this video, you got more clout than the average player. Okay? You got more pull. Like, I kind of hope at least Critical Role just gets a little bit, this video gets a little bit of their attention, because arguably they have been helping a lot of people get into D&D because of their streams, because of their cartoon, because of their personalities. Alright? Hopefully Hasbro doesn't have your balls in a chain. But because this is a leak and this hasn't been official yet, I'm kind of surprised the big guys like Critical Role hasn't made a statement or a video about that. Or it's because I don't follow Twitter and Twitter is Twitter, and I could be wrong on Critical Role's response. But Critical Role, if you're watching this, not only as a fellow creator, but also as a fellow nerd that likes to roll dice in a make-believe land with my buddies to de-stress and get away from the hell that is reality. Do something for us, man. Please. I'm sorry this video is a lot more downer than some of my monologues have been in my art videos, but I don't want what happened to D&D happen to 40K. I don't want what happened to 40K to happen to other hobbies that have actually helped people in life. Whether it be tabletop, video games, what have you. But I guess the last solution is just spread word. Meme. Make fun of Hasbro. Make fun of Wizards of the Coast. Alright? Turn this into a laughingstock at them. Okay? Because corporations do listen to mobs. We've seen it multiple times just since 2020. Alright? Even before 2020 happened. Like, mobs do have power. It's scary how much power just a bunch of voices could lead to. And I guess the last solution, which I hate saying because I do not trust Twitter at all, not storm tweet, but basically spam tweet at Hasbro and Wizard of the Coast. Basically saying, this is a bad idea. Do not do this. Do not do this to our hobby. Do not do this to our escape. Do not do this to your money. But how rough this video is, it's not scripted as you could tell, but this has been on my mind all week. And yes, this will affect small YouTube creators like me if I want to do stuff that isn't monologue based, okay? So, hopefully this video stays up and this helps turn the tide for us D&D players. And hopefully this doesn't force me to shut down my channel because I can't pay $6,000 plus of lawyer fees. Because like I said, I'm an average Joe. I'm just an average nerd. Trying to do things in life. I hope everybody who's watching this has a good day. Hasbro, if this, Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro, if this somehow catches your attention, specifically your boss's attention, this is one of those, yo, check yourself. Please. Do not destroy your product. Do not destroy your money. Do not tell us to stop giving you money, because that's what you are telling us. Regardless of how good you think one D&D is going to be, there's not, no. There's going to be a significant drop of people doing that. And even other tabletop systems. Okay, if I go on, I'm going to be rambling pretty hard without script, but I hope this explains and gives people a better picture of what D&D nerds are angry at and going through right now. I love you all. Fight on, Battle Brothers. And seriously, Hasbro, Wizard of the Coast, don't do this. Don't go through with this.